What if the way you're trying to solve your problem is the reason it never gets solved? We tell ourselves that if we just think a little longer, a little harder, the answer will finally appear. But there's a kind of thinking that doesn't lead to clarity. It only leads deeper into the fog. This is the story of a boy who learned that lesson at the edge of a pond. In a quiet village, there lived a boy named Elias. Elias was not lazy. He was not foolish. If anything, he thought more carefully than any other child in the village. Every decision he turned over in his mind, again and again and again. He believed that if he just thought long enough, he would find the perfect answer, the safest choice, the one he would never regret. He didn't yet understand that this belief was the very thing standing in his way. One afternoon, the other children invited him to join a game before the light faded. Elias stood at the edge of the field, wondering whether he'd play well, whether he should wait and watch first. By the time he decided to join, the game was already over, and the children were walking home. Later that year, a traveling craftsman offered to teach one boy his trade. Just one, and only for a short while. Elias thought about it for days, weighing whether it was the right skill to learn, whether another might suit him better. By the time he made up his mind, the craftsman had already chosen someone else and moved on. And once, there was a girl in the village he wanted to speak to, just to say something kind, something true. He rehearsed the words every night, turning them over, waiting for the perfect moment to say them just right. By the time he was ready, someone else had already said something kind to her instead. Each time, the pattern was the same. A chance would appear, Elias would begin to think, and by the time he was finished thinking, the chance had quietly slipped away. One evening, Elias sat alone at the edge of the village pond, watching the water ripple in the wind. He did not feel foolish. He felt tired. Tired in a way that sleep could not fix. Tired of carrying decisions that never turned into anything. Tired of a mind that never rested and yet had nothing to show for all its motion. He watched the other children pass by, laughing, moving on with their day, living so easily in a way that seemed impossible for him. He wondered, quietly, if something in him was broken. An old fisherman came to that same pond every evening. He said little. He never seemed to rush toward anything, and he never seemed to be waiting for anything either. He sat down near Elias without asking why the boy looked so weary. He simply looked out at the water, the way he always did. After a long silence, Elias finally spoke. "I don't understand why I can never decide anything in time. By the time I know what I want, it's already gone." The fisherman said nothing. He only leaned forward, toward the pond. The fisherman dipped his hand into the still water and stirred it, slowly, in a circle. The pond turned cloudy. Brown silt rose from the bottom and spread through the water until Elias could no longer see the stones beneath, or the small fish that lived among them. Everything that had once been visible was now hidden behind the motion the fisherman had created. "Tell me what you see at the bottom," the fisherman said. Elias leaned in. Nothing, just clouded water. The fisherman lifted his hand away and rested it on his knee. He said nothing more. He simply waited. Elias watched. Slowly, the silt began to settle. The cloudiness thinned, and little by little, the bottom of the pond reappeared. The same stones, the same fish, all exactly where they had been the entire time. Nothing had needed to be found. It only needed to be left alone. "The pond was never hiding anything from you," the fisherman finally said. "Your hand was." Elias stared at the clear water, and for the first time, he understood. Every time he thought he was searching for an answer, he was actually the one stirring the water, clouding the very clarity he was hoping to find. The answers had not been missing. His own thinking had been in the way. From that evening on, Elias began to change. Not all at once, but in small, deliberate ways. When a choice came to him, he gave himself a limit. A short while to sit with it. No circling back later. No turning it over again and again. When the moment came, he chose. And then he let the choice stand. The first time, it was something small. Which path to take on his walk home? He chose quickly, and the path turned out just fine. Nothing to regret. Then came something bigger. A chance to help build something with the other children, offered only once. He sat with it for a short while, as he'd promised himself, and then said yes, before the moment could pass. It went well. Slowly, the village began to notice something different about Elias. He was no longer the boy who disappeared into his own thoughts. He became known as steady, the one others trusted, not because he thought the longest, but because he knew how to let his thinking settle and then act. Think for a moment about your own life. How many chances have you kept stirring, turning over and over, waiting for a clarity that will only arrive once you stop? How many moments have quietly passed, not because you chose wrong, but because you never let yourself choose at all? Still water was never empty. It was only waiting for your hand to leave it alone. If this story gave you something to sit with, subscribe for more, and let us know in the comments, what decision have you been stirring for too long?